The picture we're looking at right now comes to us once again from the Passion Play of Denver. The young man in the role of Christ pictured here is named Jeremiah Wathen. Jeremiah first got involved in the play when he was just 16 years old, and as I recall his very first season, he was cast in the role of Peter. Well, here, obviously playing the role of Christ, he's overturning the table of the temple merchants and probably about to deliver that line, "Outside the temple, there's room for your business." The man that he's speaking to in the brown costume, his name is Frank Kelly. Frank was with our ministry in Denver for probably 8, maybe 9 years consecutively, faithfully served in the ministry there, and he was from Ireland. Well, guys, we started out with a vision to reach a neighborhood, at best a community, and we never imagined that we'd have opportunity to meet brothers and sisters from around the world. But at this point in the ministry, 1994 in the ministry, we had yet to move out of a single city. All of that was about to change. We had been invited by Crossroads Church in Denver to move from our first location, 9th and Acoma, to this new place that would seat 2,000 people. Never forget walking into that building for the very first time with our leadership team and looking at all those seats, and we thought, oh my goodness, it'll take us years to fill this place. As a matter of fact, in the very first season, on the very first night, the seats were full. By the end of the first week, we were turning people away. There was a guy who'd come to see the Passion Play that had visited from out of town, was actually staying with friends who were attending the Passion Play, and they invited him to go. His name is Gary Knight. Gary's friend Herb invited him to come to the Passion Play, and they were standing in the line out in front of Crossroads Community Church. And perhaps Gary was thinking maybe he wouldn't have to go. We were nearly out of seats. In fact, we asked everybody inside to quit saving seats, and we were able to accommodate Gary that night. He sat clear in the back, probably couldn't see very well. It was a big flat floor, maybe couldn't hear as well as we would have liked. But what Gary witnessed was over 200 cast members from some 50 churches in Denver working together to reach an audience that year of close to 20,000 people. And more than 500 decisions for Christ had been made in that week. On his way home, Gary began to ask a question. And it was a question that was going to change the life of our ministry forever. Here was the question. Can we do what you're doing in Denver, where I live? He called with that question just 2 weeks after the presentation of the play in 1994. I said, well, Gary, where do you live? He said, Las Vegas, Nevada.